Okay. Please mute yourself now. Great, Steve. And we'll be continuing on with the lungs today, and we will have one more session. I suggest that you stick around for all of them. It's well, you know what's going on already, some of you. It gets better and better. You get better and better, not it. As you know, in the beginning, the changes, the improvements are significant and immediate, and then after that, to really start to do the work, they become smaller and smaller, slower and slower, and we start to do things in a bit different way, get more and more detailed, so to say, okay? So that's what we're going to be going into, deeper into ourselves with the lungs. So just notice how you're lying on the floor. Just pay attention to the way you're making contact. Don't need to do anything but pay attention. Just notice how your back is contacting the floor, back of your right leg, your right heel, your right hip, back of your left leg, your left heel, your left hip. Notice the back of your right shoulder, the back of your left shoulder. Notice the back of the right arm, just feeling the contact. Back of the left arm, back of the head on the floor. Now just pay attention to the right side of your back, between your right hip and your right shoulder blade, the area of the right lung, and just pay attention to that as you inhale through your nose, following the breath going at the back of the nose, down into the back of the mouth through the palate, down into the trachea, the trunk of the lungs, and then into the right lung. Just feel that whole process of the movement of the breath, the pathway of the breath. Back of the nose, down into the palate on each inhalation. Don't pay attention to the exhalation. We're just going to keep paying attention to the inhalation. Down into the trachea, into the right lung. And of course, it all happens very quickly. So notice your inhalations now, if they're short and quick. Without sniffing, if you sniff, you will see that you do something very particular with the nostrils. If you just inhale, that behavior, that's parasitic behavior right now. If you have to sniff, meaning you're doing more than you need to do. Just inhaling through the nose easily. And feel the right lung, the bottom right lung as you inhale. Feel the bottom right lung, the lower lobe on the right side. Soft inhalation, soft and quick, light. The lower right lung. See if you could sense the diaphragm, the big muscle in your tummy on the right side when you're sniffing in down to the lower right lung. See if you can feel something happens on the right side of your diaphragm. Easy, easy, easy. Lower right lung, sniffing very soft, very easy. Not sniffing, sorry, inhaling very soft, very easy. Now the upper right lung, behind the chest. Every inhalation, soft, easy, quick. The upper right lung, behind the chest to the shoulder blade. under the clavicle, short, quick inhalations, front and back of the chest. So an interesting thing about inhaling is that the lung lengthens from the bottom to the top, right? So do that lengthening as you inhale from the bottom lobe on the right side right up to the chest. And it almost happens simultaneously, but not quite if you really pay attention. Because in the field of gravity, something goes down much easier than it goes up. Yin and yang. Take your time. And then there's a third aspect that happens. The lung lengthens and then it widens, meaning toward the ceiling and down toward the floor as you're inhaling. Start to feel the lung now, and what we did last time that we talked about, that the lung, that you could start to think of the breathing not starting at the nose, but starting at the lung, that the lung sucks the breath in, that the movement of the lung, that's all you need to pay attention to, is the movement of the lung. When you start to get this, you're going to feel your lung in a very, very different way, in a very different place. It's going to become much more, I have my own words, but your lungs will feel very different when you get it. Like jelly inside, jumping around, you know. But not because you're making it move. The lung does that. And you'll get a whole different image of the sense of the lung. From the bottom. And notice what happens to the right side of your spine. The lung all the way over to the right side of your spine. Up into the right side of your neck. Just pay attention as you're sniffing. Up into the right side of your neck. Now, pay attention to the lower left lobe. And just let yourself sniff. So right away, it's very noticeable that the left lung is very different than the right lung, right? It only has two lobes. It gets less air. It only has two bronchi tubes that feed it. The right side has three. So in a way, for most people, keep sniffing as you're listening. Keep sniffing as you're listening. It's part of awareness. Feel how the lung on the left side, from the lower lobe right up to the upper lobe, the whole left side lengthening. Keep inhaling. I'm sorry. Keep inhaling, not sniffing. Inhaling. Notice the difference when you inhale. Sniffing, you start at the nose. Inhaling, you start at the lung. From the lower lobe. And in a way, and this is Feldenkrais's word that he uses, the left lung is retarded. It hasn't developed as well. The right lung is bigger, it takes more breath, and it you know, there's an old saying that comes from the body, don't be left out. Well, I think that comes from body metaphors. Way before we became so smart, body metaphors spoke of the body. Don't be left out. Just feel the left lung as you inhale, easy, right up, right up, right up. From the lower lobe through the whole lung. Now do both lungs as you inhale. Feel both lungs. Start at the bottom, up. See if you can feel something happening in your diaphragm, in your tummy. Easy. If you really start to inhale short, quick, light inhalations, you're going to feel the action of the diaphragm. The diaphragm pulls down, and it pulls down the lungs on the right and left side. And it starts to, by pulling down the lung, it increases the pressure at the lower parts of the lung, and then more air, has more room for air in the lungs happens. Good. Easy. Let that go and just rest with yourself. Just rest with yourself. Easy. Now, keeping your legs long, easy. Take your right hand, put it right over your head, and so that you can grab the left ear, put the palm on the left ear or just above the left ear. Nice and easy, so the elbow is just out to the side. And now bring your right side of your chest, the left side of your chest, your left shoulder. As you bring your head to the right, don't pull too much. Let the chest and the shoulder move. Bring your head, slide it to the right. The right elbow goes down toward the right hip. Slide your head to the right. Slide your head to the right. Easy, and stay there. Stay there, don't come back. Slide the head to the right. Do it in a place where you can stay there. And now begin to soft, quick, easy, lengthen your left lung. Easy. Feel what happens in the lower lung, lower lobe of the lung. What happens in your diaphragm on the left side. Feel it. So if you really, and you can get really good at this, when your head is straight, you're pretty much pulling on your fourth lumbar vertebra. But when you go over to the right like this, and the left side starts to lengthen, you're pulling on the third lumbar vertebra. Easy? You're just doing that every time you inhale, soft and easy. Head's going over to the right, right elbow. The head, you don't need to lift the head, it's just lying over to the right. Sniffing, inhaling. And then seeing the left lung. Now see the upper lung from the sternum on the left side out to the left rib cage, up to the clavicle, the upper lobe, under the armpit. The more you start to sense those ribs in the upper part of the left side, the more you start to sense those ribs opening. You'll see that the lung sucks in and it pulls, stretches the fascia of the chest. Nice, light and easy, light and easy, light and easy. Whole left side lengthening. Now, in that same position that you're in, begin to lengthen the right lung. With the head over to the right, the arm up, begin to lengthen the right lung. Without the head to the side, you're not going to feel the difference. So the right side is contracted. Feel what's different. Feel how when you start to lengthen on the right side in this position, the diaphragm is doing something different. The work of the diaphragm is there's more of a strain. There's something different about the lengthening of the lower lobe, of the upper lobe. All on the right now. Easy, easy. The head's over to the right. All on the right. You know, it doesn't have to go a lot. It's very important that you do have the hand on the head, and you just go a little to the right. Some of you, you think, again, you got to go all the way. No, you don't. No, you don't. As a matter of fact, you'll wind up with a pain in your neck if you go all the way. Just easy. Sniffing into the... And now feel what happens in your spine as you do this on the right side. Right? Easy, easy. What happens to the muscles of your chest, the big muscles in front, back of the chest on the right? Easy. Quick, small, light movements with the inhalation. Now, staying like that, one time lengthen the right lung when you sniff in, and one time lengthen the left lung when you sniff in. Head over to the right. One time the right lung, one time the left. Easy. Feel the difference of the lengthening from the left to the right. Feel the difference of the action in your diaphragm, left to right. One side is contracted, one side's opening. So on one side, you're actually pulling a little on the third lumbar vertebra, and on the other side, the right side, you're pulling on the fourth lumbar vertebra. So something very particular is happening way down deep in the spine. And many of you, that's very difficult to understand even at this point, but don't worry about it. You just think it. Don't pull on the head. Do not pull. Soft, easy. Soft, easy. Over. I don't know what some of you are doing. Some of you are using two hands. You're pulling your head this way. It's all about one way right now. And if you're trying to get smart and do other things, that's not what this lesson is about. You need to stay on the right with your right hand over your head, not your left hand. It's not what we're doing. We're not doing that today. So you stay over to the right as easy as you can, and you sniff into both lungs, right? And you sniff into both lungs very gently, very easy. Head over to the right, legs along. Everything in here, everything we're talking about, position, what we're doing, is germane to the learning process. And we're doing it only on the left today for a certain reason. We don't want to work what we already know how to work right now, right? So we want to stay contracted on the right and long on the left. That's going to be the whole lesson. Forget about whatever you think you need to do, and pay attention to what we're doing. If you need to rest, you can rest at any time, but please do not go over to the other side to change yourself until we do that. Easy? Now, with your... Okay, let's rest. Relax your arms, bring your head back and rest, and just feel yourself on the floor. Feel yourself on the floor. Take yourself back and rest. Feel yourself on the floor. Feel yourself on the floor. Just feel yourself on the floor. Easy, easy. Notice what you're sensing about maybe something feels different from right to left. What seems different about you? different about your breathing. Now, once again, bring your, lying on your back, bring your right hand over your head, same position, and pull, and bring your head over to the right a little. Just see if that feels a little easier to do. You bring your head over to the right a little, and now stand your feet. Stand your feet. Your head's over to the right, your right hand is over the top of your head, and you pull your head a little to the right, right, easy, and then, now listen. Do a small movement, just see what you do, of sliding your pelvis a little to the right. Just do whatever you do. Slide the pelvis a little to the right. Very small, like a quarter of an inch, half inch, and come back. So when you slide the pelvis, it's as if somebody were pushing with their foot against the right side of your pelvis. It's not to tilt, it's not to rotate the pelvis. It's to actually rub the pelvis on the floor and just slide it a little and come back. Just slide your pelvis a little with your head over to the right, your hand over the top of the head. Just slide your pelvis a little to the right, just a little. Not rotating the pelvis, not that the right side comes up, the left side goes down. It rubs, the whole pelvis rubs the floor a little. Slide your pelvis a little to the right. And now as you do that, inhale and do that. Inhale quickly and slide the pelvis to the right and come back. Inhale quickly and come back. Inhale quickly and come back. Easy. Slide the pelvis. Take your time. It's just taking the weight out of the pelvis, sliding it a little to the right as you're inhaling quickly and come back. All right? Do small, quick inhalations and do small, light movements with your pelvis. Small, quick inhalations, small, light movements with your pelvis. Come on, stay with it, guys. This is what I was saying at the beginning. The work is going to get much more intricate now. And for some of you, if it's, you have to learn how to back up, back off, not push yourself. Do it lightly. Small, quick inhalations with your pelvis going to the right and back. Now, as you're doing this, pay attention to the lengthening of the left lung. As you're inhaling quickly and pelvis is going to the right, your head's over to the right, pay attention to the lengthening in your left lung. Small, quick inhalations. Pay attention to the lengthening in the left. Now you're not pulling your head. You're not doing something like that. You're not making your side. You just slide. The head is over to the right. You're just sliding the pelvis a little to the right, and as you inhale, the lungs lengthen. The movement of the lung is inside. It's not what you're doing from the outside. Easy, easy. Now pay attention to your right lung as you slide the pelvis to the right and inhale into your right lung. Come on. Easy, easy. The lungs are very, very special organs. They are the organs of induction. The lungs, when you start to work with the lungs like this, you start to induce other tissue in the other organs to perform differently. The lungs, this whole COVID thing, the lungs are where energy and matter interface. And if you don't get the energy from outside of you into the matter, there's nothing that's going to go on. So the quality of the breathing and what you do with different parts of yourself and how you do it, very germane to the quality of our lives. Trees get this energy from the sun. It's the same kind of process. But with man, we're not getting energy from the sun. We're getting energy in a sense on a spiritual level. And this improves everything about your life. If you start to really stay with yourself, be easy, light, feel the right lung as you inhale in this position, sliding the pelvis a little. Small, quick movements with the pelvis and with the breathing. Good. Now one time, lengthen the right lung as you do the quick breathing, and then one time, lengthen the left lung as you do the quick breathing. Very quickly. Very quickly. And feel the lengthening. Feel the movement inside. Feel the lungs sucking. We talked about how the lungs suck for the air. They're asking for air. Not your nose doing it. The lung is pulling it through the nose, down the back of the throat, down the trachea. Follow the whole path. One time on the right, one time on the left. The pelvis is moving a little to the right every time. Easy, easy, every time. And now both lungs, same time, both lungs. Lengthen both lungs. Feel what's different. Feel what goes on in your chest, your abdomen, your right side, your left side. Very, very different because of the position you're in. Add both lungs as you're sliding the pelvis very softly, rubbing the floor, the mat, the carpet, whatever you're on with your pelvis. Very, very small, very, very small. 1/4 inch. Doesn't even have to move that much. Just a little, just a sense of it sliding as you inhale into both lungs. Up into your chest on both sides and in your back on both sides. You feel your spine, the movement going toward the spine in the middle of you. Every time you inhale, both lungs, both lungs, both lungs. Good. Bring your head back to the middle. Leave your pelvis alone. Easy, easy, easy. Bring your head back to the middle. Please listen. Your hands over your head. And just let your right hands over your head. Your pelvis is back. You're not resting. Stand your feet, please. Listen. Put your right hand over your head and slide your head to the right and see what's different. Come on. Slide your head to the right and see what's different. Just feel, where's their difference? And then come back and now rest. Bring your arms down, bring your legs down. I tell you, you need to listen as we're working. It's part of how the lungs operate. You have to be able to listen to your lungs and do other things. You have to be able to do that. Feel your breathing now. Feel both your lungs. As you lie on the floor, feel what's different. Right lung, left lung. The way the lungs make contact underneath you. Out to the sides, in the front of your chest. Pay attention. Try to leave yourself alone. Whatever comes up, leave it alone. Don't interfere with yourself. Scratching, itching, whatever you're doing, just leave yourself alone. Let the sensations come up. Just leave yourself alone and feel right now. Bring your left hand over your head. Grab the right side of your face. Bring your head over to the left, easy, easy. Small, easy movement, only where you can go to comfortably. Legs along. Inhale, inhale into your right lung. Feel the right lung from the lower lobe up to the upper lobe. Feel the diaphragm in the right side of the diaphragm. Sharp, short, sharp, quick inhalations. Feel the lungs sucking, sucks the air in. Pay attention to how the breath comes down the trachea, into the bronchi, into the lower lobe, and then into the upper lobe, and then in the widening, the middle lobe. Your head is over to the left. Your left arm, over your left arm is on the left side of your face. The legs are long. You're inhaling short, sharp, quick. Not moving anything else, just inhaling, not pulling on the head. Into the right lung. Easy. Pay attention to how the right lung is lengthening on every inhalation. Notice that when you inhale and it lengthens the back, the chest, the ribs, out to the right. Pay attention to the ribs. Now pay attention to your left lung, the lower left side. As you're inhaling, the left lung, the hand just needs to rest on the head. You don't need to be pulling anything. You don't need to do anything that's causing any disturbance. Just let the head go to the left a little. Feel the left lung now, the lower lobe, the upper lobe. Easy. Easy. Feel every time you inhale, short, sharp, easy, quick movements. The lung sucks the breath down. If you start to get it, you're going to feel your lungs a very different way. The experience is going to be very different. You're going to have new lungs. Now both lungs. Sniff into both lungs. Feel both lungs lengthening. With the head over to the left. Legs long. Good. Stand your feet. Stand your feet, please. Keeping your head over to the left. Imagine now someone has a foot on your right side of your pelvis, and you start to do a small little movement of bringing your pelvis to the left and back. Not tilting it, not rotating it, just sliding it so the pelvis rubs a little on the floor under you. And do those short, quick breathing, and as you inhale, slide the pelvis a little to the left. Easy, small, small, small. And feel, as you do that, feel your right lung. Feel your right lung. Feel it lengthen, the right side of your chest, your lower right lobe, the diaphragm on the right, the ribs on the right. Inside, feel the lung along the spine. Much more room, much more room. "20 times on the right side, fast. Just inhale fast and let it go. Feel the lung doing the work. The lung sucks, lets go. Sucks, condenses. Sucks, contracts. Sucks, contracts. The smaller the breath, the quicker the breath, the more the lung does the action. Now 20 times on lengthening your left lung. These are not, you should not feel big external movements in your chest, anything. Everything should be on the inside. If something starts to move on the outside, it's because it's responding to the lung inside. We're not consciously working. We're working inside consciously now. Now both lungs, lengthen both lungs in this position as you gently, easily, at the same time that you inhale, you slide the pelvis, you lengthen the lungs on the left side. Feel the difference when you do it now on the left to what you were just doing on the right. Feel what's different in the strain of the diaphragm on the left side, in the contraction of the lung on the left side, and you're attempting to lengthen it inside. Feel it. Feel where you can start to sense the difference from what you were doing on the right. Start to use your awareness. So now one time lengthen on the right, and then one time lengthen on the left. Feel what's different. Feel the difference. One sniff, and you're sliding the pelvis. One sniff, you lengthen on the right. As you slide the pelvis, one sniff, you lengthen on the left. Sliding the pelvis as you inhale and get the breath inside. See if you can start to find the lung doing the sucking. And you get it in sync with the movement of the pelvis, with the head to the left. Start to feel how do you start to experience your lungs? Where do they seem to be getting freer? Can you start to feel how the lungs on the right side are finding so much more room to be free, right? Because something very different on the right side is happening from the left. Good. Let it go. Bring everything down and rest again. Feel what's different. What's different? If you pull, you're gonna have some aches and pains a little later tomorrow. If you pull, if you attempt to stretch your muscle in these situations by pulling on them, you're working against yourself. You want to feel at ease. You only want to go just to where you think you can start to pull. That's enough, right? Just notice how you're lying on the floor right now, both your lungs, you're breathing. What's different in the sense of the lungs? What's different in the way you maybe sense every time you inhale, from the bottom to the top of the lung, on both sides, there's a lengthening. In the back, toward the shoulders on both sides, up into your neck on both sides. In the middle, toward the sternum, toward the spine on the inside, every time. Feel the difference. So, in today's way of working, the other days, we talk about gluing the lungs. Today, it's kind of like ungluing the lungs. He uses the word gluing the lungs. Well, Feldenkrais spoke Russian, Polish, Hebrew, Yiddish, German, English, French, and whatever other languages. And when he uses a word, it's a compilation of all these different meanings that it has. Feel what's different in how you're breathing right now. What are you finding in your lungs, right? Come to lying on your tummies. Take your time. Come to lying on your tummies. And put your forehead on the floor. And pay attention. Just pay attention. Put your forehead on the floor. And just notice. Let your arms be out to the sides. The elbows bent. Hands facing, palms on the floor. Now just feel when you're lying on the floor right now, you might notice something's different about the way you're lying on the floor, especially in the front of your chest, your lower rib cage. Now, put your left ear, well, if you can, maybe you can't, but the left side of your face on the floor. So your head is turned. Put your left ear, so your face would be looking to the right, right? And you don't have to put the whole ear, because for some of you this is going to be very difficult. Interlace your fingers and rest them on the right side of your head, just above your ear. Interlace your fingers and rest them on the right side of your head. Not in the back, not on your neck, on the head, just above the ear. Don't go back. Don't put the hands back toward the back of the head, toward the ear. And now, bring your knees and your feet together. And now bend your legs so your soles of your feet go up toward the ceiling. Easy, easy, easy. So your head is looking to the right. Tilt your feet, keeping everything together. Don't let them come apart. Tilt your feet over to the right. Tilt your legs to the right, so your left knee is going to come off the floor a little. Easy. Not all the way. No, the feet do not come apart. The feet, everything's tied together. The feet, one foot doesn't slide away from the other. The knee, the left knee comes off the floor. And in that position, inhale, 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 short, quick inhalations into your left lung. Starting at the bottom of the lung, easy, inhale, easy, short, quick inhalations, inhale, 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 inhale. Feel the left lung lengthening. Listen to what happens along your spine. Can you feel how something on the spine is happening on the left side? The lung, it kind of goes from the spine out underneath to the left armpit, the rib cage. All right, stay there. Keep inhaling, short, quick inhalations. Inhale, 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 easy. Inhale, 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 inhale. You can come back when you want and rest. Keep your hands in your head like that, but try to keep your feet up toward the ceiling. Easy, easy. And then you come back and then you let the legs go over to the right again. Easy. So that you're looking to the right. Your hands are interlaced on the right side of your head there, just above your ear. Easy. And you're inhaling into your left lung. Easy. Now inhale into your right lung. Inhale into your right lung. Inhale 20 times into the right lung. 20 times into the right lung. Feel your right lung. Feel how different it is from the left right now. 20 times. 20 times into the right lung. Feel it. What happens in your chest, your shoulders, your diaphragm as you're inhaling into the right lung? Now inhale into the left lung again. Feel what's different. The legs over. Feel what's different. Feel what's different. Can you start to sense, even though the left lung is long now, where is it not lengthening? See if you can sense that as you inhale quick. What's happening? The diaphragm seems to be involved, your shoulders, your chest, small light inhalations. Do the smallest inhalations possible right now. And feel the left lung. Smallest inhalations possible. These would be like little quanta inhalations. Little, and feel the lung, feel the lung. Same thing, go back to the right lung, little quanta. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, easy, 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 easy. Feel what's happening in the back of your neck now, the stretch, what's going up into your cervical vertebra, doing something different with the ligaments up in there. Easy, easy. Don't pull on anything. Don't pull on anything. You want to pull, if you pull now, go see the orthopedic surgeon tomorrow. Go see your doctor. Don't pull anything. Don't pull anything. Good. Come back to the middle. And with your feet, leave your head there. Bring your legs down. Let your arms just rest. The palms on the floor, right above you there with your head. What's different about the front of your chest on the floor? Your lower rib cage on the floor. You're on your stomach. You're on your belly. What's different? Let your forehead be on the floor. Put your forehead on the floor. The forehead is the top of your head above your nose. Put it on the floor. It's above your eyes. Feel your belly now on the floor. Feel your breathing. Lengthen both your lungs. As you, short inhalation, lengthen both the lungs. Lengthen them both. Lengthen. Boom, boom. Little quanta breaths. Smallest possible. Feel what jumps. What happens to your back, your shoulders, along your spine, your ribs. Come to lying on your backs, please, easy. Roll over onto your back. Legs long. Again, feel the sucking of the lungs. Short, quick, little. See if you can feel the lungs doing the breathing. The lungs and the little pull of the diaphragm. Put your right hand over the top of your head. Grab the left side of your head. Go over to the right with your head. Slide over. See if something got easier. Slide over and inhale into your left lung. Come on. Short, quick inhalations. Feel the left lung lengthening. Feel the right lung lengthening. Feel both your lungs lengthening. Come back to the middle with your head. Bring your right arm down. Put your left hand up over your head. Slide your head a little to the left. See if it's easier now. And then short, quick, inhale into your right lung. You could do 10 in 3 seconds, you know. Inhale into your left lung. Inhale into both lungs. Feel the lungs sucking. Let it go. Bring your arms down. Rest. Feel yourself on the floor. Notice the sense of your lungs. Those two big, beautiful organs that contract to the size of your fist and can lengthen to the size of a tennis court. So when you're ready, nice and easy, we'll roll to a side. You'll come up to sitting with yourself and finally up to standing, and we'll do a little vertical work. Take your time. When you stand, feel what your lungs feel like. The lungs can give you a lot of support in your uprightness, especially the back. Feel the lungs. Feel if you feel supported by your lungs. Does your back seem wider, bigger in some way? Listen to the lungs now. Listen to them. So as you inhale now, listen to your right lung. Just listen to it, the right lung. Add a regular inhalation. Just inhale. Listen to the right lung. Listen to it sucking in the air, and listen to it as it goes from the lower lobe right up to the upper lobe. So it lengthens. It lengthens. Listen to it. Lengthen. The right lung. And you might notice, some of you, as the right lung lengthens, it also goes out to the right. So that's going to pull your weight over your right foot to the outside just a little. Going to pull it more toward the heel. Feel that. Feel that. Your diaphragm comes down, there's a pulling over to the right. Easy. Come back to the middle. Pay attention to your left lung. See if you cannot use intentionality to move yourself. See if you can let the breathing move you. The breathing will, your lungs are going to ask for the air. The breathing's going to do something to your lungs. And then there's something inside of you that's going to be an inclination to move a certain way. Listen to that as you inhale into the left lung. Start to feel the inclination, the pull of gravity with your left lung. Once you, big you, smart you, all-knowing you, starts to do it, you screw you up. See if you could stop screwing you up. And that's an interesting word. Nobody screws down, they all screw up. And we'll cover that next time, what screwing up means. Put your right foot a little in front. Bring your right hand up, and again, inhale into your right lung. Listen to the lung. It's telling you, it's asking, and it's bringing you somewhere. And as you exhale, feel the lung inside on the right, condense, shorten. Inhale, feel the lung lengthen. Exhale. The lungs are the beginning. They are where you learn yin and yang. If you don't understand the movement of the lung, you don't know what you're doing when you do Tai Chi. You're just doing, I'm going forward and backward. That's Tai Chi. Inhale, exhale. The lung feels, sense the lung shortens. Inhale, the lung lengthens from the lower lobe up. Exhale, the lung shortens back to the mid. The lower comes up, the upper comes down. Inhale. Exhale, easy. Inhale. If you're looking at me, you're not looking inside at yourself. Inhale. Feel the lung. Exhale. Bring the right arm down. Put your feet under you, and you feel your right side. You listen to your fascia now. You listen to your connective tissue on the right side. Listen to it. It's talking to you. For some of you, I'm going to use, it's screaming at you. It's yelling at you. See? This is me. See? It's screaming at you. Feel it. It's a loud sound. Left foot a little in front. Some of you don't want to listen. Left hand up. Again. Left hand, left side. Inhale. Feel the lung expand. Feel the lung do something. Feel the lung move you. Exhale. The lung condenses. It's not a big. It's not where you're going or how far you're going. It's how you're going. It's kind of like, if you get this, what I was talking about before, about once you find your lungs and they start to become your lungs in the way that real lungs should be, you will feel like they're like clouds floating, and you will float with them. Rather than the machine part of you wanting to, I need to be doing this. I need to be moving me in a certain way. Machines are very inefficient. The best machines only have 5-7% efficiency at best. Man, we can have up to 25-30% efficiency. Most of us have less than the machine. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the lung. Bring your hands down, put your feet under you. Close your eyes. Feel your feet on the floor. What are your feet saying? Listen to your feet. Listen to your lungs. Listen to the palms of your hands. Lung qi. The sensations in your fingers. The palms of your hands. Lao Gong. Lung qi. Listen to your breathing. Feel your lungs, every time you inhale, expanding, top to bottom, out to the sides, front and back. Big, beautiful organs inside. Smile to your lungs now, inside yourself, smile. And as soon as you smile, what happens to the inhalation? If you really smile, you're going to love it. If you really smile to your lungs, they're going to kiss you. They're going to come right back and kiss you. Smile to them. They're going to tell you. Have a great day. Have a great day. One more, and you levitate next week. Have fun. Oh, listen, on Sunday, don't forget, on Sunday, do not try to log in too early. There's another meeting going on. 5 minutes before, 7 minutes, not a half hour.